Brittney Griner, who is a prisoner in Russia for almost 300 days. That is until yesterday. That's when the prisoner exchange happened in the United Arab Emirates, allowing for her to come home. She's been gone, and there have been thousands of people petitioning for her release. That finally happened, and pretty soon you're going to see her step off that plane, hopefully, and she will make her first steps back on American soil. Yeah, it's a wonderful holiday gift, a great Christmas gift for so many people. That's what they've been saying. You know, it seems that some people were knowledgeable about this happening, but for most of us, for the vast majority of us, I mean, this caught us completely by surprise. It even caught Brittney Griner by surprise. A little bit later, we're going to show you some video that was captured by the Russian state media on one of their planes yesterday when Griner was initially leaving Russia to go to the United Arab Emirates, and you can hear a man in the background speaking with her, asking her how she's doing. She says she's happy. Then he asks her if she knows where she's going. She says no, and he tells her, "You're going home, back to the U.S."
Doors open.
No, we don't. We haven't been told that. Nobody, and I've spoken with the State Department earlier today. They, you know, of course, are keeping this very private. You know, there's possibly some HIPAA concerns related to some of this, but we know from what happened in the past with former veteran Marine Trevor Reed, who was released from a Russian prison. I guess it was about 6 months ago now. He was immediately brought here to Brooke Army Medical Center, where he stayed for at least 2 weeks. We know that, where he was undergoing medical evaluations. They said that he was also going to get some psychological care as well as some other medical care. So we do know that he stayed here for at least 2 weeks. Don't know if it was longer than that, but we have not been advised about how long Brittney Griner is expected to be here. It could be a short evaluation for all we know, or it could be more of an extended stay. We just don't know.
Goes.
Absolutely, and you'll be able to see in a little while some of the video that I'm talking about. And I mean, when she's on that Russian plane, she's all smiles. She's happy. She's excited. And this is actually before she knows, you know, for sure that she's coming back to the United States. So she looks like she's healthy and in good spirits as she's coming back. The only noticeable difference that we saw is that she'd actually cut her hair. Not sure when that happened, but if you see her walk off this plane, she may be wearing a beanie or a hat or something. You won't be able to see it right now, but you might be able to see in some of the video later on that she's cut her hair.
Yeah, there will be no mistaking Brittney Griner when we see her come off the plane at her height, of course.
No.
And your photojournalist Sergio on the extender trying to capture that exact moment. Got a great shot of the door there. So we're just keeping out. We've actually seen more people come up aboard the plane than anyone else come off yet. But obviously that moment of incredible joy when she learned about her release. We know there's bound to be tough days ahead, kind of decompressing and trying to process what's happened to her over these last 300 days. But there's no mistaking the joy of the last 24 hours, not just for Brittney Griner, but also for all her family and friends back here in the States.
That's right. And I want to point out one other thing too, is that, you know, we've tracked this plane as it left Manchester, England yesterday, and it did not stop. So What we know right now is that none of her family members, her wife, for example, none of them are on that plane right now. So presumably she will be seeing them for the first time if they're actually here. We don't know that for a fact, but if they are here, she will be seeing them for the first time.
We're watching a few people descend. I just said it will be unmistakable to see Brittney Griner come off the plane. That's not necessarily true. We hope that we will recognize Brittney Griner when she comes off the plane. 3 people just left right now. Don't believe she was one of those. But like you said, there's so many happy reunions waiting.
That's her.
That's her right there. That's her right there. Do you see that?
We do.
Yeah,
Saw Brittney Griner just
was
depart, get off the plane, and again now heading on, I would assume very quickly to Walter Reed, where she'll be checked off. She looked pretty athletic and happy to bound down those steps and get off the plane. That's just a quick 2-second examination that we saw right there, but looks to be in relatively good shape. We know she's in good spirits. So again, Brittney Griner on U.S. soil, off the plane, and now headed off to evaluations and certainly many happy reunions. Matt Doherty, we're going to leave it there for right now. We appreciate you talking us through that moment where she did get back on U.S. soil. And we'll be checking back with you certainly plenty of times throughout the show. Once again, Brittney Griner has landed in San Antonio and is off the plane. This happened within the last 15, 20 minutes or so. Many here in